Hello Natalie,
Hello,
so
Phoebe.
you've agreed to answer a few questions for my busking project, which is very kind. So let's start off with what instrument you play when busking.
I sing, therefore I am the instrument.
And what style of singing would that be?
My preferred style of singing is jazz. I can do other things, but I always seem to come back to that.
And do you have a favourite song to perform when busking?
I do. It's called I'll Be Seeing You. It was written in the 40s and it was something that's very evocative for the forces and their sweethearts. It's about people being forced to be away and apart from one another when they're in love and having all sorts of memories of why they would come together.
Lovely. And apart from that, is there a particular song that brings you the most positive feedback from your audience?
I'm thinking of something called My Baby Just Cares For Me, originally done by Nina Simone, and she does this exquisite piano instrumental in the middle. And there's a lovely bounciness to it. It's a very simple lyric, and it just seems to get a good vibe going. And people literally, you can see them moving as they're going past me, if they were shopping or whatever. They kind of involve themselves in it.
So how much interaction do you think you have with the public?
Can depend upon the public, but quite a bit, depending on time, place, sunshine, people. But yeah, I'll make connection for sure.
And in particular, is there a memorable positive experience you've had?
I'm thinking Manor Gardens last year, and a couple who come up from Plymouth, and they've been sitting for quite a while listening and said they felt they'd been transported back to the 50s, to like a nightclub, and were getting a feeling of Cleo Lane in my voice. Then I'm thinking, I actually took my busking kit on holiday to another part of England and set up a lovely market, and this guy came up to me. He said, oh, you just reminded me of Anita O'Day, not just by how you sound but by how you look. And I was wearing this kind of orange dress with this big hat and gloves. So I go home, Google her, and I'm like, wow, that was quite a compliment. And I also felt it was a learning. So this whole process is constantly about learning.
And how do you feel when you're setting up and when you're busking in public?
I'm always nervous. Not quite as nervous as when I used to first do it, and I used to really absolutely shake. I mean, physically shake. So what I learned to do was say, that plugs in there, and that piece of kit has to go there, and this is my mic and my mic stand. And the whole time I got a voice on my shoulder going, excuse me, you're a middle-aged woman. You shouldn't be doing this. You should be quiet. You should stop making a fool of yourself. Meanwhile, there's this other voice going, but I've always wanted to do this, and I've just got to give it a go.
Very true. And do you have any advice for other buskers out there?
Get a determination of the music you want to do. Get a nice little set list together. Be aware of how you present yourself, in whatever way you choose to do it, however you want to come about. Be aware of how you come across. Try and be in tune.
It's very important.
Yeah, enjoy it. Definitely enjoy it.
Okie dokie. So, with the set list, is there a minimum number of songs do you think a busker should have?
I'm going to say 40-50. Depends on, for some, how long they are. But that way you give yourself an opportunity to chop and change and feel things differently and be aware of the moment. That suddenly you think, actually I was going to do that one, but right now that's the one.
Lovely jubbly. And to round this up, what impact do you think buskers have on society?
I'm going to say in the main positive. And that's the base. I think about my own experience when I'm just mooching around Exeter, going shopping, just place to A to place B, and you turn a corner and there's someone with a bit of a vibe going on. And in the main, it is positive and you love the sound. Occasionally you think, whoa, what is that? Having said that, even if it isn't your personal choice, it is still something different, original, alive, in the moment, connecting. And I think that's good.
And just to add on to that, how do you feel if there's any negativity towards you for your music? How do you deal with that, or encourage other people to deal with those people who do not appreciate it as much?
As the old saying goes, you'll never please all the people all the time. I think to get out there in the raw, you need an element of nerve. So even when you can have a sort of moment of shaking and somehow it's like, I'm determined to do this thing. And I'm speaking about all kinds of people when I say this. And have a belief in yourself. Have a confidence. And sometimes just shrug it off. Just go, you know.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you busking soon.
Likewise. Thank you.